Well, it's officially official. Soccer is ruined. Mbappe going to Real Madrid. No point of watching Champions League. No point of watching La Liga. I think it's over. There's literally 0 point in watching Champions League or La Liga this year. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree. It'll be more of a reason to watch it. But, I mean, they had Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Karim Benzema, Angel Di Maria, like,
It's
Galacticos. Like, they've been doing this for a long time, and it was still entertaining, and they're still doesn't guarantee that they're going to win all the time. Now, granted,
they'll be in the mix.
This guy's a problem.
Yeah.
This guy is a problem. And listen, I'm a Man City guy. Holland is incredible. Mbappe is...
He's different. He's next level.
A whole different level, and... Yeah, he's a problem.
Yeah, like that World Cup final, the last one, where it was Messi against Mbappe, and you just felt like you were watching just the two heavyweight champions, like the greatest of all time, just trading blows, and they were, and like no one else is really at that level anymore. It's gonna be great. It does feel a little bit like Durant going to the Warriors.
Yes,
like which it makes me hate Real Madrid a lot, but it is, like we said, it's the Galacticos. They have Beckham. They've had every big star, Zidane, everybody goes through there at some point. Him doing it at this time, I feel like it's weird. It is also weird to me. Why is the French league, like, they have money? Like, why are they always losing the best French players to the other big four leagues?
PSG has money.
Yeah, but I meant France as an economy. Like, they're like one of the biggest economies in Europe, but that league is below Italy, it's below Spain, it's below Germany, it's below England. I don't understand why France is always a step below
when they
losing their best players.
When they produce the most
correct,
the most high quality players. That's a good point. I never really thought about that. I don't know why.
Yeah,
are the other clubs broke?
But they must be, but they shouldn't.
They have to be.
Yeah, and PSG has that Middle Eastern oil money too. So you would think that he just wanted to go. Like, that's like he was just ready for something else, which is different than what they had said in the past, that he doesn't really care about his club team. All he cared about was really winning Champions Leagues and winning World Cups. So he was like, I can coast for 80% of my calendar and then turn it on when it matters, and that'll secure my legacy. But I guess change of heart.
They genuinely might win La Liga 6-7 years in a row. I don't think there's a close second team there.
They're loaded. They are loaded.
Yeah, they're loaded big time. They have Endrick coming in, who's a freak.
Yep.
Bellingham.
Like, you as a City guy, you guys are known as, like, the standard.
Yeah.
I feel like this move just fucking buries you. Like, they just won without him, and now they're at – it's like winning the Super Bowl and then signing Patrick Mahomes the next year. Like, that's just what happened.
I mean, Chief already talked about it. I mean, this is what Real Madrid does. This isn't surprising. Like, Kylian Mbappe playing for Real Madrid is not surprising. He's been – like edging this decision for 3 years now. PSG has been doing everything in their power to keep him there. I give Mbappe credit because I think he stayed longer than he needed to. It's his home club. PSG is from Paris. Yep. I think he did care a lot about Paris, but at a certain point, it's like, all right, I put in a serious shift here. I gave my everything for this club. I gotta go try something else, and I think that's fair. The fact that PSG, he's walking for zero.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant.
There's no transfer fee?
End of his deal. End of his deal. So that's
oh no,
that's the thing where
oh my god,
I bet PSG wish he didn't stay as long as he did. Or if because this, like you said, it's been slow played for a couple of years. You would hear these other leaks about why he's staying. They probably would much rather have had him be like, yeah, we're leaving. I'm leaving now in 2022. And get $150, $200 million for him, as opposed to getting nothing.
Yeah, well, there was a long. I mean, I watched a bunch of videos, read a bunch of articles. This saga has been going on forever, with like his contract extension, and then saying he's not going to exercise his last one. There's a lot that we're probably missing, and I've seen the videos and I already forgot. It's been a wild, long story, and I think that they always felt like they were going to be able to get him to do one more contract extension. And I think their opinion on it was basically like, all right, we might lose him for free, but that almost is worth, like, we need him at least for this year. Like, we need him, and as long as we've had him for as long as we have, like, anytime you have with him is worth it. I think that's sort of what their position was, and they were hoping, praying to God that he was going to stay. Also now, apparently with the way the contract worked out and, like, the timing of it, he's not going to get paid his, like, signing bonuses, which would save them, like, $90 million or something. So that's all crazy shit, but yeah.
It is also crazy that his AAV I looked up right before is like 16 million or so per year.
Yeah.
Which is like the third highest paid guy on Madrid.
He's going to be weekly. He's going to be the seventh highest contract at weekly pay at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Which is shocking. But here's what they did with it. So he got $130 million signing bonus spread out over 6 years. So his weekly wages are not nearly as high as what they could be. Like Tony Cruz, who just retired from club football, was making $400,000 a week, which is fucking insane.
It's like 21 million a year.
Kevin De Bruyne.
I hate the weekly thing, by the way.
I hate it because it also just makes you feel like a bigger loser as like a common folk. Like in America, it's like, oh, he's making 20 M's a year, and then you're like, $400,000 a week?
Yeah. And it just breaks. It's like the metric system. It just breaks.
It just breaks your brain.
It breaks our brain, our American brains. But yeah, $400,000 a week has got to be one of the highest in the world in terms of week, not counting for the Saudi league.
Yeah.
Like KDB only makes $350, I think, a week. I mean, only, but Mbappe qualifies for that absolutely, maybe even more. But I think that the way they made it work was that he's going to be making a shit ton of money on the signing bonus spread out over. So I mean, he's going to be so fucking. He was clearing like $200 million at PSG.
It's insane.
He was making more money at PSG.
Yeah,
wild.
Yeah, he took a pay cut.
Yeah,
but he's like in retirement.
Yeah.
He's 25.
Chilling.
He's like, I made my money. I can go do what I do, passion projects.
Literally.
La Liga. Yeah.
Did you guys see Real Madrid's press release? One sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically, it was in Spanish, so obviously I can't read it. It was one sentence. It was like, we signed Kylian Mbappe.
It was like when Obama got that terrorist, or maybe it was Bush, was like, we got him.
Yeah.
I think it was Saddam. Yeah, we got him.
I don't hate that, though, because it's been so long that it's not like some crazy thing where, like, at this point, they're like, all right, listen, fuck it.
Let's get over it.
It's over.
Yeah.
But they did drop a hype video.
Yeah, 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
So, like, they made it official, and all they did was post the team logo in one sentence. I'm like, these motherfuckers are so good that they don't even care that they just signed the best player in the world. They're like, just another day at the office.
Got to figure their graphics department's still drunk after Champions League, too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just put anything out.
Yeah,
everybody celebrates.
You want to talk about a week? You win Champions League, and then right after that, you get Kylian Mbappe. That's like, that's the best week ever. Also, real kick in the penis for PSG fans out there was Mbappe posted a bunch of pictures of him as a kid in Real Madrid stuff. Like
it was always them.
Any soccer player in Europe probably has pictures of them with the Real Madrid stuff on. A lot of them, at least. But like. That
hurts a little bit.
That's got really
especially
hurt.
Growing up in Paris.
Yeah.
He did his job there, though.
Yeah, no. He did like what LeBron did when he came back. Like, he's won them plenty of shit.
Yeah.
I think he did his job.
Not really, but
everything except for the Champions League.
Yeah.
Well, they got to the final a couple times. Yeah. Quarterfinals.
Once.
Whatever they got.
It is kind of crazy that they had Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe, and they couldn't get over the hump with all that star power.
That's what I'm wondering about with Mbappe. Like, having him on Real Madrid is obviously a huge bonus. He's the best player in the world, but it doesn't always work. Like, they had Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar, which is
there's only one ball.
Terrifying, and so
he's also playing the same position as a guy who just iced the game for him,
right?
Vinny Jr. So
he might. They're both top 5 players in the world, I think, right now.
Yeah, I don't know. So it'd be interesting to see how they.
Vinny and
Mbappe's 1.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Would you put Vinny top 5?
But like now, where do you put Vinny?
Right now? I would put Vinny top 5.
So what do you do with him? Do you just
you leave him?
Formation?
You leave him on the left,
and you put Mbappe on the right.
You put Mbappe
in the middle,
straight down the middle, or you just let them. Dude, that's the thing.
They'll figure it out.
That's the thing about Ancelotti is that like. He just like lets them kind of fucking do whatever. Like they're so good, they're just gonna be. It's gonna be an orgy out there, dude. Like they're just gonna be. You don't know what hole they're filling.
So you don't think it's gonna be a problem role wise with Mbappe? They'll just figure it out, throw him on the pitch, and let him run.
You never know. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm willing to bet they will probably be fine.
Yeah. I think I take that bet too. If Vegas was to make a line, they'd be minus 1,000 to figure it out.
It'll still run through Bellingham, and it'll end up on one of their feet for goals. Like they're going to be unstoppable. They're going to be great to watch. So it's almost the opposite of what you said. Like
no. I think it's going to ruin the game. I think they are going to be like the Warriors or Alabama in college football. They're going to be so good that everyone that plays them knows they have no chance.
I don't know,
man. I mean,
so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think that. Like, it just never goes that easily, especially in soccer. It's like such a long season, and like La Liga's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And they don't really it doesn't help that Barcelona is sort of barely hanging on right now. So, but I don't know. It doesn't ever work out that easily, and then you got injuries, and then maybe like the system isn't flowing right. Like there was a bunch of shit that could happen. But in terms of Champions League, which is where they show up, we're fucked. Everyone's fucked. Yeah. Primarily me. It's kind of you, I guess, if you make it that far. But like we're fucked.
You just couldn't help yourself.
Yeah.
All right, well, it might not work out in real life, but if you do use this team in FIFA, you're a certified square. Like, you should not be allowed to use this team playing FIFA.
Yeah, you're allowed to do it if you're below the age of 13.
Yeah.
Fair. You don't know anything.
Or have some type of disability.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wrap up with this. How many La Ligas do you think they'll win? How many Champions League do you think they'll win with Mbappe?
How long is he there for right now? He's 25. He's 25. I'll say they'll get 3 more Champions Leagues.
And then La Ligas, you think they win 6 straight?
It's looking like that now. Like we saw Girona had like a nice year, and then they kind of dipped at the end, but they're not like they don't have staying power. Barcelona is like their only real challenger. They even I don't know if this is still the case. They used to have 2 separate TV contracts where Real and Barcelona had their own deals, and then the other 18 teams in the Liga had their other TV contracts. So like they got the lion's share always because they are the kings of that league and always have and always will be. So I do, and with Barca fading right there, I don't know what's going on with them. I think it's just an open runway for them.
Rudy?
I don't think they're going to win 6. It'd be pretty wild if they did, but they kind of like stumble fuck La Liga like once or twice every like 3 years. So like
out of boredom it feels like though.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. Like Real Madrid of recent years they won this year, but a lot of the other years they've kind of just been like weird, and like La Liga they haven't been as good. Granted, they're still like in second or like holding first, but kind of fading. But it's just always been Champions League where they're just unbeatable. So I think that will kind of continue for whatever reason. La Liga is just sort of goofy. I'm not the biggest expert in La Liga, but I don't see them winning 6. That's impossible.
How many Champions Leagues?
I could see them getting, man, they're just so good at it.
And they're still so young.
Yeah.
They might get 18 before the Celtics.
They honestly could. I could see them getting 3 or 4. I mean, dude, they've rifled off like every other year for the last like 8 years.
Yeah. And it's like you're almost hoping like, anytime where there's group stage or multiple legs, they're going to eventually run through that. You're almost hoping like Dortmund played well in that. Like they had chances. Dude. Like you need a game like that where the other team just finishes some. And then you just beat them in a one-off
kind of
chance.
threw that.
Yeah, they should have.
They had them on the ropes.
They did.
Yeah.
They just if they had buried one of those in the first half, it's probably a different story.
100%.
Yeah, their fans are so awesome too.
I love them.
The flares, everything's on fire.
Oh yeah.
We need more fire in American sports.
Yes.
Yeah, light shit on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Pitch Picks. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you next week.